You ever go to use your winch and your winch controller is all tangled up? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do away with your controller and put it inside the cab. Today I'm going to show you how to move your winch controller inside to where it's fixed and it will not be on a handle anymore. I don't know how many times I've seen a Jeeper string their cord out through their hood and through their window or through their door and winch that way. I've seen Jeepers or Toyotas, whatever you're off-roading in, actually run the cord through the door, shut the door, and it smashes the winch controller. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just get wireless winch controllers? One thing I don't like about wireless winch controllers is sometimes they don't connect. Two, the batteries run dead and you're out there with nothing, and you're going to have to go right back to the corded winch controller. A lot of people will spend money to do this, and I don't understand why. I was looking on YouTube and it's very simple to do. Today I'm going to show you how to do it for free with the stuff you already have and make it look good. And you can control your winch from inside. If you got to use the winch, your buddy can string the line out, hook it up to whatever it needs to be hooked to, and you can set right in here and not have a worry in the world and just hit the button. So you want to take the top off your winch. Once you get the top off, you'll have a solenoid box, and then you'll have your plug. Mine mounted right on the top. But what I'm going to do is extend it up in here. Probably put it right in here. And I have plenty of wire to plug this into, and it'll keep it dry. Right, now we're over here at the winch controller. I went ahead and took this cover off the switch, just a rubber piece. I cut the rubber that's over this off, and this pulls right up out of there, and you're left with a switch. Okay, so you want to make sure you remember which way's up and down. That way you can get it correct when you go to put it back on. But you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and actually cut a slit in that clear to the back so I can get this out. I'm going to mount this and cut this plate flush so I can drill a hole somewhere, and then I can have my winch controller inside. And as you can see, I split the rubber to where I could get this out of the handle. Then I went ahead and ran this inside the Jeep, and this is just like a toggle switch. Mount it wherever you want it. I could actually mount this to that if I wanted to. Because it does support the winches and stuff. You can put onto that, and all you have to do is wire this into that, which would be super easy. But I want something like this in here. I'm going to be filling this up with other stuff that's important. A winch is very important, but I would like to have a switch instead of a panel to go in and out with. That's just my opinion, just in case this will get hot or something. So I'm going to mount this switch somewhere in the Jeep to work my winch. And like I said, I'm going to cut this plate flat so it'll go in and out. This will go up over that, like in and out. So what I did was drill a 5/8 hole right here. You got to get it close as you can to right here, because there is the four-wheel drive shifter and everything right in there. So I drilled a 5/8 hole right here, cut the plate down so it's flat, and then put the plate on and put your rubber dust protector over. And I went ahead and put these right here just so I can glance down. I'm sure I'll get used to it over time, but this is out and this is in. That way the arrows will let me know I'm spooling it out, and that's bringing it back into the Jeep. Just so I can glance down real quick, take a look. You could do a totally cleaner install than I've done, but I wanted it somewhere I could reach it and where it's comfortable for me. And the e-brake does not get in the way. And the reason why I wanted it right here, to be honest with you, because instead of having my hand right here where I'm bouncing off road, I can actually grab this and go like this. That's the only reason why I put it here, and it's out of the way. A good place for your Cherokee, guys, is right here on the bottom panel. Just drill a hole and put your switch there. And when you're in drive, you can put your hand right over there on the gear shift and go ahead and winch yourself in. And then I'm just tucking the wire up under here and then getting it all out of the way. And I'm going to be running it up in there, tucking it up where you can't see it under the carpet. As you can see, I got it pulled down. And that's basically it. A lot of people will try to figure out wiring and all this stuff when all you have to do is take out the switch out of the handle. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Some of them won't be this easy. You might have to work a little bit harder, but they all have a switch in there, and they can be put anywhere you want them. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that hard. This will vary from winch to winch, where it mounts, how it mounts. Like, you just have to figure out on the winch itself where it plugs in and how to take it apart and move the plug up under the hood, and then you run your winch controller wire out to that. And I put some silicone in it so it sealed it up from dust and water even though it's under the hood. And then I just run the wire in here and took the toggle switch out of the handle. Super easy to do, and drilled a hole. And as you've seen, I just put arrows on it so I can just glance down if it's out and in. I don't have to read it or anything. So it's pretty simple, no wiring. The only thing you gotta do is drill a hole. It's the same for any vehicle. It don't matter what it is, whether it's a Jeep, Toyota, whatever it may be, it's the same thing. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I'm Cherokee Ronnie. Stay dirty, my friends.